I remember when I told my grandparents I was coming here, a lot of the things I do in skiing, they don't really understand, but when I said I was coming to Norway, there was a light in their eyes. They got really excited about it.
As soon as you get to the top of those mountains, the view is just spectacular. It's like, wow.
Seven hours northwest of Oslo, the coast of Norway is unlike anywhere else in ski country. It's a seemingly endless network of mountains with deep, narrow bodies of water where the valleys should be. Here you'll find the small port city of Alesund.
In this region of Norway, everything is either about the water or the mountains. So to access the mountains via the water, that goes back thousands of years for this culture.
I had my dream, I held your hand on that broad avenue. We crossed the road and never spoke to another as we flew. A romantic bust, a blunder turned explosive blunderbuss.
My heritage is Norwegian, so to come to Norway and actually get to explore it was really something.
That's former U.S. ski team member Kaylin Richardson. She's here with world freeride champ Aurélien Ducroz.
Well, yes, of course, I had the chance to be born and to grow up in Chamonix, but it's always good to go, travel, see other things. Then you have something to compare, you know. It's always kind of a big adventure to go from one part to another, and there's big lines coming down from those mountains quite everywhere.
For Aurélien, being in Norway, he's in his element because it's water and mountains. And the fact that he's a world-class skier and sailor, he was just in his little happy place. How many people do you know that actually grew up in Chamonix? He is very, very French. He's like, oh, it's nice to meet you. Who are you?
Corner exit not tall enough to walk out standing straight. Designed by men so ladies would have to lean back in their gait. You grabbed my arm and left with me, but you were not allowed to. You took me to a public place to quietly blend into. Such a trick, pretending not to be doing what you want to. But seems like everybody does this every waking moment.
The Vikings get kind of a bad rap because of all the barbaric connotations that are attached to them, but they also were incredible explorers. So the phrase, to go Viking, meant committing to the unknown. All I could think was, giddy up, Kaylin, it's time to go Viking.
I laid you down and touched you like the two of us both needed. Safe to say that others might not approve of this and plead it. Doing what two people need is never on the menu.
The backcountry lifestyle is so ingrained in the fabric of their culture. And during those moments, you get to think about what you're actually doing in the task at hand. There's something special about that because there are very few things you can do that give you the time to actually be present. It sort of centers you, and without sounding completely corny, it puts things in perspective because the moment you come across that last ridge, the world just opens up in front of you.
Kaylin likes to joke that she has one of the most mediocre Olympic resumes in skiing. This is what the kids these days would call a humble brag. Being a Chamonix native like Aurélien is the French equivalent of being an Alaskan local. It's just understood by everyone else in the country that you're sort of a badass and take the most dangerous route possible to get wherever you are.
It's your soul like tears. You fall, my slave. You steal, you heed the call, my slave. The keys are gone, my slave.
Still, I love to discover new mountains and new places. And when you came here, it's like you cannot compare Chamonix and Norway mountain because it's totally different. They are both extraordinary present from nature.
The whole free ride culture, people always say, oh, like, what are you into? Like, what lines do you look for? And for me, it all comes back to the turning. There is nothing like carving a turn. And that's something that's really special about Norway, is you'll skin up to something completely untouched. Those are those turns that you remember, 40, 50 years from now, that you say, that was something.
And 40 or 50 years from now, these lines will still be waiting for the next skier who wants to go Viking on them.